Okay, I know I've talked about this before, but it bears taking the opportunity for me to repeat it now. Understanding the role of your representative. Here's one of the tough things that I have to explain to people on a regular basis. When you're hiring a representative, make sure you get an understanding of what that representative is going to do for you. Now, this may sound very basic, so please, if you think I'm insulting your intelligence, that is not what I'm trying to do. And I've talked about this in countless videos, but sometimes this pops up, and so I have to take the opportunity to do so now. A couple of things you need to understand. Every representative has certain things that they're trying to do, but in Social Security, and it doesn't even matter what area of the law, at the end of the day, their ultimate goal is this, is to, of course, get you the desired result. You come to a representative to get you a desired result. Part of the problem is that most people fail to realize, well, especially in a legal context, the strategy to get there is up to the responsibility of the representative. A lot of times what happens is people come to representatives with the expectation that they want them to do something and they want them to do it fast, quick, fast, and in a hurry. In a Social Security context, that's not always the case. So what I tell people when they come to me is this: what can you do for me? I said, well, let me tell you what my responsibilities are as your attorney. I am here to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good is that I'm going to work and do everything I possibly can to get you the desired outcome. The bad is that you're still dealing with another entity, so they have a lot of the control over things. And the ugly is it may take a while. One of the most frustrating things that I have found when I've dealt with clients is that sometimes they have a hard time appreciating the fact that you didn't come to me to get your case approved as fast as possible. Now listen carefully when I say this, because I don't want you to take this the wrong way. A lot of times people come to attorneys or attorney representatives or non-attorney representatives with the expectation that by getting them, they can get the desired result faster. And I have to remind people is my responsibility is to get it to you and convert it. It really is to my benefit and yours to get your case converted from not being paid to pay as fast as possible. But part of the other responsibility is to manage expectation. And one of those expectations is to recognize this. Hiring a representative does not guarantee you'll get your case any faster. What it does is it allows you to have a resource on your side to keep you apprised of the nuances of your responsibility, what the standards of proof, burdens of proof in order you be found disabled, and helping you identify and more importantly, argue and support your case if there's any problem areas in your case that needs to be addressed. That's probably your biggest advantage of having a representative. They can look through your file, determine if there's any problem areas, and prepare you and hopefully prepare the file to overcome those so they can get you the best result possible. The problem a lot of times is that when you're in the process for a long period of time, you get frustrated. You want it now. Your world is falling apart. A lot of things are happening. And so the one thing you can't control what the government does. You can't control what your doctors do. You can't control what other people do, but you think you can control what you can do by changing representatives or getting someone who may have a better grasp what's going on. And sometimes, whenever people come to me, asking me, telling me they want to switch representatives, I have to stop and say, tell me what your representative is currently doing for you that you don't believe is in your best interest. Most times it's little things like they're not telling me anything, they're not explaining to me why I got denied. And then so a lot of times I tell them, I say, you know what the problem is? The problem is not your representative. The problem is that you don't have an appreciation of what's going on in your case. And since you don't have a full understanding, you have equated with that lack of understanding with a lack of service, of quality of service, when the two are not necessarily linked. Go talk to your representative. Find out what's going on with your case. And then once you understand it, Then if you believe that they are not making a movement in your best interest, then look to go switch to someone else. But keep in mind, we're all governed by the same standards. We're all governed by the same medical records. We're all governed by the same decision makers, whether it be the local office, whether it be a judge or appeals council. Those things don't change. So I don't want you to be blinded by this thought process that by jumping to a different representative, that this person, they got a clearly better grasp what's going on than the one I'm with. It may or may not be true because I don't know who your representative is. You just need to understand this. When you are looking for a representative, when you have hired a representative or you're looking to change representative, take the time to educate yourself about what the role of that representative is for you, and more importantly, what have they done for you, what are they doing for you, and more importantly, what is going on in your case so that you can have a complete idea in terms of educated information, in terms of information of knowing what they're doing for you, so that if you decide that you're going to switch, you're doing so based on facts, not emotion.